If I could speak 1,000 languages, if I could tell what's in the future, if I could know all things that can't be known but don't have love. Hi, I'm Greg Barr, and I would like to share something with you that is very personal and very meaningful. I want to do it as genuinely and clearly as I possibly can, so here goes. 40 years ago, my life radically changed for the better, and that was largely due to the Bible. Since then, the Bible has been a foundation for my life, a guide, a comfort, a helper, an encourager, a rebuke, a corrector, an instructor, and so many more things. And I would like to share some of that with you. I also want to say right at the start that I in no way claim a corner on the truth. There are many great Bible teachers around the world, in the country, and around the Cape, but I know there is something here for you. So for the next 30 minutes or so, open up your heart, open up your mind, and see what God may have for you. May He bless you largely. Hi, welcome. We're going through the Gospel of Luke, and this is session 24. And I'm going to read to you a powerful piece of scripture. I pray that God would help you and me to absorb this and live this. This is bedrock. Powerful stuff. And man, if you don't get a lot of other things, get this. And again, God help us to live this out. Ready? Luke chapter 6 and verse 20. And I'm going to read slower than usual to help us think on it. Here we go. Looking at His disciples, Jesus said, "Blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you who hunger now, for you will be satisfied. Blessed are you who weep now, for you will laugh. Blessed are you when men hate you, when they exclude you and insult you and reject your name as evil because of the Son of Man, because of Jesus. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, because great is your reward in heaven. For that is how their fathers treated the prophets. But woe to you who are rich, for you have already received your comfort. Woe to you who are well fed now, for you will be hungry. Woe to you who laugh now, for you will mourn and weep. Woe to you when all men speak well of you, for that is how their fathers treated the false prophets. But I tell you who hear me, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. If someone strikes you on one cheek, turn to him the other also. If someone takes your cloak, do not stop him from taking your tunic. We don't wear cloaks and tunics here, but you get the point, right? Give to everyone who asks you, and if anyone takes what belongs to you, do not demand it back. Do to others as you would have them do to you. Luke 6:32. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who are good to you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you expect repayment, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners, expecting to be repaid in full. But love your enemies. Do good to them. And lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be sons or daughters of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful, just as your Father in heaven is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. He also told them this parable. Can a blind man lead a blind man? Will they not both fall into a pit? A student is not above his teacher, but everyone who is fully trained will be like his teacher. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, "Brother, let me take that speck out of your eye," when you yourself fail to see the plank in your eye? You hypocrite! First take the plank out of your eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. No good tree bears bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. The good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart, and the evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For out of the overflow of his heart, his mouth speaks. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? I will show you what he is like who comes to me and hears my words and puts them into practice, Jesus says. He is like a man building a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation on rock. When a flood came, the torrent struck that house but could not shake it, because it was well built. But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. The moment the torrent struck that house, it collapsed and its destruction was complete. Listen to this quote I'm going to read, then I'll tell you who said it. I think you'll be surprised. The quote is, "When I began as a prayerful student to study Christian literature in South Africa in 1883, I asked myself again and again, is this Christianity? And I could only say, no. Certainly, this that I see is not Christianity. And the deepest in me tells me that I was right. For it was unworthy of Jesus and untrue to the Sermon on the Mount, what I just read." He goes on, he says, "To my mind, much of that which passes for Christianity is a negation of the Sermon on the Mount, what I just read. Know who said that? That was